Chris is my younger brother. He had his own business as a graphic designer for many years. Lived in Stourbridge. Had a dog called Benji. November 2018, I had a phone call on a Saturday morning to say that Chris had a stroke. Yeah, so it was a massive stroke. He was put into an induced coma for a couple of weeks, and then we was told he'd got 48 hours to live, and there was no chance of him waking up. So they decided to bring him back by ambulance on the 13th of December 2018. I don't think they expected him to make the journey, to be honest, but they just wanted to bring him back to his family and would deal with it this end. And he just slowly just went the opposite way to what everybody thought he was going to. We organised some physio for him after lockdown had finished at, I think it was Corbett's Hospital. Just a little bit of physio there, but then they says there's after about 6 months or so, well, there's nothing else really we can do. We can, you basically just come in, but there's not much more we can do. He's reached his potential. Okay. We were sitting in the garden the one summer, lovely sunshine. So my mother goes to there quite often. And I could tell he was a bit quiet. I know he don't speak, but I could tell that it was something that was just, I don't think he was having physio then. And I think he just thought, is this my life? This is all I've got. He told me he wanted to kill himself. He knows now he's got a fantastic life here. He's got, he's happy now. Well, obviously not happy the way that he is, but he's come to terms with it. I think he's come to terms with it. It took 6 years.
Obviously, after receiving that news that Chris had reached his full potential, they accepted that outcome, and they reached out to me through one of Chris's brothers, these guys' brothers. So I came to assess Chris. We had a session together. Most of the time we just laughed. And we just hit it off. I even say to Chris now, I had my doubts. When I give you a bit of insight as to what I walked into with Chris, Chris was wheelchair bound. He had very limited independence in the way of care for himself. Stroke's personal to me. I lost my mum to a stroke. I couldn't save her, so I made it my goal to save Chris. At the time, it was just basic personal training, if you like. And then it got to a point where I was doing more for Chris than what other experts were doing. And then it just came to last year, wasn't it? This week, last year. I'd made a promise earlier in the year and I said, by Christmas, I'm going to get you walking. He shook his head and went, no. And it was Christmas week, we did it, didn't we? When we first started, we started just here. Chris could walk no further than where I'm sitting now. Now Chris is doing, I call them laps or lengths if you like, so we're doing 4 or 5 of those. We've now extended it where he's doing multi-directional. Chris approached me and said he'd had a dream where he was walking on a step. I went, right, we'll get a step in. So we're now doing work to get him on a step, and he is doing it.
He's relearned, like I started to, he can use his tablet now and his phone, which is a godsend, because we do video calls.
As well.
We do video calls. And his writing is amazing. Yeah. For left hand, everybody says he's better than mine.
Good.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. You don't need words, do you? It's just, yeah.